My fiancée said, "You're replaceable. Never forget that." When I questioned her loyalty, I said, "Good reminder." Then I replaced myself in a way that destroyed her ego. Her jaw dropped when she saw I, 32 male, was reviewing our wedding vendor contracts when I noticed something odd. My fiancée Bianca, 29, had changed the catering deposit from our wedding account to her personal card. Weird, but whatever. Maybe she got points or something. Then I saw the venue charge. Same thing. DJ deposit, her card. Photographer, her card. We'd opened that wedding account together specifically for wedding expenses. I deposited $15K. She'd deposited promises to add her half after her bonus came in. "Hey, why'd you move all the vendor charges to your card?" Not looking up from her phone. Just easier to track. But that's why we have the wedding account. Don't worry about it. I am worried. That's $8,000 in deposits on your personal card. She finally looked up. That expression I'd learned meant incoming condescension. "God, Spencer, do you have to question everything? I'm handling it." Me? "With what money? Your bonus hasn't come in." "It will." Me? "You've been saying that for 6 months. She stood up, crossed her arms. Power pose. "What are you implying?" "I'm not implying anything. I'm asking why our wedding money is being charged to your personal card." Maybe because I want the points? Maybe because I'm better at managing money? Maybe because I don't trust you not to spend it on computer parts? I built one PC 3 years ago. Whatever. The money's handled. Something felt wrong. Really wrong. Me, show me your card statement. Excuse me? If the wedding expenses are on there, show me. We're getting married in 4 months. This is both our business, she laughed. Not a happy laugh, the laugh that meant I'd crossed a line. You want to audit me? Your fiancé? Me? I want transparency about our wedding funds. How dare you question my loyalty after everything I do for you? What do you do for me? Wrong question. Nuclear wrong. I elevated you. You were nobody when we met. Boring job, boring friends, boring life. I made you interesting. By spending my money? She stepped closer. That thing where she tried to use her heels to intimidate me. You know what, Spencer? You're replaceable. Never forget that. I could have any man I want. Better men. Men who don't question every little thing like insecure children. Then why are you marrying me? Because I chose you. And you should be grateful. Grateful for what? Using my wedding savings for God knows what. You're so paranoid. This is why I handle things. You overthink everything. Me. Just show me the statement. No, if you can't trust me, we have bigger problems. We do, if you're hiding something. She grabbed her purse, headed for the door. I'm staying at Natasha's tonight. When you're ready to apologize for questioning my loyalty, call me. At the door. Remember, Spencer, you're replaceable. I'm not. Never forget that. Door slammed. I sat there processing. Replaceable. Like I was a part in her machine. Logged into our wedding account. Balance, $234. From $15,000 to $234. She hadn't moved the money to her card. She'd spent it. On what? Pulled up her Instagram. Had to check her tagged photos since she'd hidden her stories from me recently. Privacy in relationships is healthy, she'd said. Found it. Pictures from 2 weeks ago. Girls' trip to wine country. Luxury spa. 5-star resort. Her cousin had tagged her. The dates matched major withdrawals. 3 weeks before that, bachelorette party in Miami. Early, but YOLO. The charges lined up. A month before, shopping spree. New wardrobe because a bride needs to look perfect at all events. My wedding savings had funded her lifestyle while she gaslit me about trust. I sat there for an hour, then remembered her words. You're replaceable. Me. Good reminder. Started making calls. Update 1. 1 week later. The dissolution was surgical. First, I called every vendor we'd booked. Good news, since the deposits were on her card and contracts in her name, she'd insisted on handling everything. I wasn't liable. Bad news, we'd lose all deposits if we canceled. Didn't cancel, just removed myself from the equation. Venue coordinator, so you want to remove yourself as the groom? Me, correct. Keep everything else as is. But it's a wedding? She says I'm replaceable. Let her replace me. Next, the apartment. Lease was up in 2 months. I'd been planning to renew, assuming we'd need it until we found a house. Called the landlord. Me, I won't be renewing, just giving you advance notice. What about Bianca? She can apply on her own if she wants it. Based on her income alone, she wouldn't qualify. You know that, right? Not my problem anymore. Then the fun part. See, Bianca worked as an influencer marketing consultant. Translation, she had 3K Instagram followers and occasionally got free products. Her actual income? Maybe $800 a month from one steady client. I'd been covering rent, $2,200, utilities, $300, her car payment at $50, insurance, $200, groceries, $600, her gym membership, $80, her phone, $90. Everything was in my name because her credit was temporarily challenged from her entrepreneurial investments, failed MLMs. I set calendar reminders for when each needed to be canceled or transferred. Day 3, she broke the silence. We need to talk. Okay. In person, 8 p.m. Can't. Busy. Busy with what? Replacing myself. What? You said I was replaceable. I'm helping you out. Stop being childish. Come over. No thanks. She called 43 times. Didn't answer. Day 5, she got crafty. Showed up at my office with lunch. All smiles. Thought you might be hungry. I'm good. Please leave. Spencer, don't be like this. I brought your favorite. From the place across town? That's a 40-minute drive. I wanted to show you I care. About what? Your rent that's due next week? Her smile cracked. Can we talk privately? Me? No, I have work. I'm your fiancée. Ex-fiancée. You can keep the ring though. Consider it severance. She threw the sandwich at me. Security escorted her out. Day 7 brought the real panic. Her cousin Natasha called. Natasha, what did you do? Bianca's freaking out. Me about? She says the wedding account is empty. Has been for weeks. She spent it. On what? Meet your wine country trip. Her Miami weekend. Shopping sprees. Silence. She said you were paying for those as gifts. With my wedding savings. Without telling me. Oh, that's, wow. Yeah. She's calling all the vendors trying to get refunds. Me, good luck with that. They have strict policies. She asked me to loan her money. For? Rent, car payment, said you cut her off without warning. I haven't cut anything yet, just gave notice I won't be renewing or paying next month. She hasn't worked a real job in 2 years. I know. You were paying everything? Yep. While she spent your wedding money? Yep. I'm not loaning her money. Smart choice. Update 2. 3 weeks later, the replacement auditions began in earnest. Bianca pivoted to damage control mode, posted on social media about toxic relationships and knowing your worth. Vague booking at its finest. Sometimes the universe removes people who dim your shine. A queen doesn't chase, she replaces. Thankful for lessons learned and bigger blessings coming. Translation, she was desperately trying to find my replacement before bills came due. Enter contestant 1, Garrett, her ex from college. Investment banker. She'd always mentioned how successful he was. He liked all her posts, slid into DMs with fire emojis. She posted stories from their dinner dates, expensive restaurants, champagne, designer gifts. One problem. My buddy worked at Garrett's firm. Buddy, yo, isn't that your ex with Garrett Chen? Yeah, why? Dude just got fired. SEC investigation. Insider trading allegations. Seriously? His assets are frozen. He's borrowing money for lawyers. So those fancy dinners? Either maxing credit cards or Bianca was paying. With what money? Good question. Contestant 2, Brad, some crypto guy she met at a networking event. Posted constantly about his passive income and financial freedom. She lasted 1 week before discovering financial freedom meant living in his mom's basement, day trading with his grandmother's inheritance. Contestant 3, Miguel, a serial entrepreneur, red Ferrari in all his photos. Talked about his empire. The Ferrari was a rental. The empire was drop shipping fidget spinners. In 2024. Meanwhile, the bills arrived. Bianca, emergency. Landlord says I don't qualify for apartment alone? That's unfortunate. Bianca, this is your apartment too. Not after next month. Where am I supposed to live? That's a you problem. You're really going to make me homeless? I'm moving out of an apartment I've been paying for entirely. What you do is your choice. She tried emotional manipulation. Remember when we picked this place? You said it was perfect for us. It was perfect when us meant partnership, not me funding your lifestyle. Then practical desperation. I'll pay you back for the wedding money. With what? My business is taking off. You're one client? I have 3 now. At $300 each, that's $900. Rent is $2,200. You're such an accountant about everything. I'm an engineer, but math is math. Finally, threats. I'll tell everyone you abandoned me. You already did. How's that working out? I'll sue you for the wedding deposits. They're in your name, on your cards. Good luck. I'll ruin your reputation. With who? Your 3K bot followers? The extinction burst peaked when she showed up with a U-Haul. I'm taking my furniture. What furniture? The couch, the TV, the bedroom set. That I bought with my credit card, have receipts for? I picked them out. And I paid. They're mine. She tried to push past me. I showed her the receipts on my phone. Those were gifts. No, they were purchases for my apartment. She actually stomped her foot like a toddler. You can't do this. Do what? Keep my own property? I made this place a home. You made it expensive. The U-Haul driver looked uncomfortable. Ma'am, are we loading anything? Yes. She looked around frantically. Realized she hadn't paid for anything. My clothes, my makeup. Already boxed by the door. Help yourself. She left with 3 boxes and shattered pride. Final update, 2 months later. The wedding date arrived with poetic timing. I'd moved into a nice 1-bedroom downtown. Smaller but mine. No throw pillows that cost more than groceries. No accent pieces that served no purpose. Was having coffee and scrolling LinkedIn when I saw it. Bianca had updated her employment. Marketing director at Prestige Partners LLC. Interesting. Googled it. Company registered last week. By her. She'd made herself a director of her own company. The fake it till you make it reached new heights. But the real entertainment came from Natasha's text. Natasha, you need to see this. Me. Check Bianca's stories. I'd been blocked everywhere, but Natasha sent screenshots. Bianca, in a wedding dress, at our venue, with no groom. She'd done a self-love photo shoot on our wedding date. At the venue I'd paid the deposit for. The captions, marrying myself because I'm that worth it. A queen doesn't need a king, celebrating independence and self-love. The comments were brutal. Girl, this is sad. Didn't you have a fiancé like last month? Ma'am, this is embarrassing. The venue you couldn't afford alone? But the best part? The photographer tagged the actual story. When your client can't pay the full amount, so you agree to exposure, but they have 3K followers and half are bots. Never again. The venue coordinator liked that comment. Meanwhile, I was at a sports bar with friends, watching the game, not thinking about what could have been. Because what could have been was a lifetime of funding someone who saw me as replaceable. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. Unknown, this was supposed to be our day. Who's this? You know who? Bianca, you're blocked for a reason. I'm at our venue, in our dress. Your venue, your dress, your debt. Don't you feel anything? Relief. You'll regret this, when you're old and alone. I'd rather be alone than replaceable. I didn't mean it like that. Yes, you did. You were supposed to fight for me. Why? You said you could have anyone. I chose you. And I chose self-respect. She sent 12 more messages, didn't read them, blocked that number too. Later that night, Natasha sent one more update. She got kicked out of the venue. Why? Couldn't pay the balance. Thought the deposit covered everything. It was 20%. She's now trying to sell the dress in the parking lot. That's... Wow, Spencer? Yeah? You dodged a nuclear missile. I know. 6 months later, I ran into her at a coffee shop. She was with some new guy, explaining how she was a director and had big plans, and her ex was intimidated by her success. New guy looked like he was mental calculating the bill. She saw me, froze. I waved, went back to my book. She left without ordering. Her Instagram bio now reads, CEO of Prestige Partners, entrepreneur, marrying myself daily. Last I heard, she moved back with her parents. Still posting about building empires and knowing your worth. Still hasn't figured out the difference between worth and cost. She said I was replaceable. Never forget that. I didn't forget. I took notes. Then I replaced myself with nothing and watched her realize that nothing was exactly what she had without me. Her jaw dropped when she saw me living perfectly fine without her. When she saw her replaceable assessment was projection. She was the replaceable one. Replaced herself right out of my life. Best wedding gift I never registered for.